Hello, welcome back to my channel. This is where I talk about spirituality and politics and other personal things. So today and going forward, I want to focus my readings to be tough love readings. Now, I have always been a matter of fact, no bullshit, read what the cards say kind of a reader. And also in my personal life, I'm no bullshit as well. So as someone who does this kind of work, I see that a lot of people utilize these tools like astrology and tarot to oftentimes escape accountability instead of leaning into it, which is really what this work is about. You have to lean into yourself, the true you, deep down, and heal it. And so many people have been avoiding that work. What I'm trying to say is it's good to have spiritual tools as a coping mechanism. That's why we're all here in the first place, right? Because we have something to heal and we needed somewhere to go. But if you're not doing the work to actually heal these things, then all of this is in vain. We gotta cut out this love and light bullshit, all right? Spirituality and this kind of work and consumption of this kind of work is not about love and light. It's about light and dark. So we're gonna try out a new format and we're gonna see where it takes us, all right? This is still experimental for me as well as I try to figure out how to productively read the darker side of people without really scaring them. And that's the thing. I'm not trying to scare you. It's stuff that you're not looking at anyway, but it's right here. It's right here all the time. So I just want people to just look at the thing that's right here. Okay, cool. Let's get started. Hello, Virgo. Okay, we're just going to jump right into it. There's going to be 4 categories: what you're avoiding, how you're bullshitting yourself and others, consequences if you don't take action, and message from your shadow self. I'm going to be using 3 different decks, so just take a deep breath for me, keep breathing throughout the reading, and we're going to jump right into July 2020 for you. July 2020 for Virgos. So, sorry if you can't see the cards well. I'll hold them up. So what you're avoiding: 2 of Swords in reverse. The Page or Knight? I think this is the Page. This is the Page of Swords. And the King of Swords. All right, so pretty obvious. All swords here. You are blocking out the truth. Either that or you are imprisoning yourself in some kind of belief or thought. You see how in every one of these cards, everyone is at the mercy of something else? The biggest thing, though, is the Two of Swords, where no one is restricting her but herself. So you are choosing to stay complicit in something, or you are choosing to ignore the reality of something. Which, let's be honest, Virgo, you're no stranger to doing that. Look at this. Something is controlling you. There's something you're running away from. It's either the truth of the matter or accountability for something. And you think you can bargain and you think you can try to rationalize your way out of this, but you can't, because the mental weight is starting to crash down on you. And then you're avoiding that as well. So you keep running away from a snowball that only gets bigger and bigger and bigger the more you run away from it. But again, no one's forcing you to do this but you. It's because you can't come to grips with whatever reality that you have run away from. And I can't see whether or not this is a reality that you have directly contributed to, but you are tasked with the burden of it now, so you can't avoid it. How you're bullshitting yourself and others, judgment in reverse. So this could be you projecting your judgment onto other people in order to either misplace the blame or to really just distract yourself from your own reality. 9 of Wands, you are stepping on eggshells. So you're tiptoeing around the situation. Whatever the situation, Virgo, it seems pretty, I don't know, it seems pretty intense, but there's a lot of lies here. So the Ace of Swords being underneath how you're bullshitting yourself and others, this is just straight up you lying to other people. You're saying, oh yeah, I got this, everything's good, everything's Gucci, this is perfect, like this is exactly how I want it to go. Lies. You're lying. Why are you lying? Consequences if you don't take action. People are going to figure it out. How long did you really think you can keep up the charade? People are going to figure it out. Because if you lie to enough people in your life, in your circle, in your community, word spreads. People are going to eventually realize, like, hey, did this person ever come through on this thing that they promised? No. Oh, they didn't do that for me either. What? They told me this one thing. Well, they told me this other thing. Like, you're going to get figured out, Virgo. All right. I think this is the Temperance card. Let me double check. I don't use this deck very often. Let's see. 14. Oh, this is the Spanish version. I can't read that. Yep, Temperance. Okay. Yeah, so this is the Temperance card. There is going to be... It's like you want this... You want to be connected to the earth. You want to be around water. You want to be tempered. You want to be balanced. But the fact that it's in reverse means that you won't be, because you reap what you sow. And so if people figure it out, then inherently you're going to feel unbalanced, because the illusions that you have built up for yourself, the illusions that you've built up for other people, is going to be revealed. So this is nothing more than a fantasy being shattered. You never had this balance in the first place. You only wanted to. But now that it's in reverse, you won't be able to even see that come to fruition as a possibility, because you have to clean up the mess that you've created. 4 of Wands in reverse. The foundation that you have built, whatever this has been on, it's faulty. It's false. It's not stable. It's not balanced. And it's going to crumble, because that is the inherent pathway. What comes up must come down. As above, so below. Message from your shadow self, 6 of Swords. So you have been avoiding this for a very long time, it seems. And you have kind of found comfort in the path of avoiding accountability. You have found comfort in looking the other direction because it's too much for you. It's too much for your brain. It's too much for your mental state. Your nervous system is shocked. But let me tell you, that isn't going to go away just because you keep running away from it. You keep running towards the illusion of being the King of Wands when, well, it's going to sound mean, but it's like you're pretending to be the king when you're clearly just a peasant. And I don't mean financially, I mean morally. So whatever financial situation you're in, it doesn't matter. This is talking about your morals. This is talking about your mindset. Where do you stand? Why are you so avoidant? You can't ever reach this state until you look at your inner turmoil. And there seems to be a lot of it. There are so many sword cards here. There's the Judgment in reverse here. And last but not least, you got the Wheel of Fortune here. So whatever you have been operating from, it's going to come to a halt. It's going to change. Things are changing for better or for worse. I know a lot of tarot readers read the Wheel of Fortune right side up and upside down or whatever, but like to me, the Wheel of Fortune is the same way either way because the wheel spins. Sure, there might be a way that we prefer it to be, but if you have been doing this, if you've been bullshitting yourself and other people by lying to them, by being in denial, this is going to come to light. It's saying if you have been the one judging other people, you will now be the one who is judged. If you have been egotistical or overbearing, that will return to you. What goes around comes around. This is exactly what this is. So I don't know, Virgo, what you've been doing, what you've been saying or not saying, what you've been avoiding, but it's all coming to a head in July. It's going to force you to come out of this. You're going to have to face the music. So I suggest that you be honest with yourself and other people sooner than later. All right, Virgo. Oh, the lighting. So, change is coming. So, if you haven't been bullshitting people, then great. But from the looks of these cards, it looks like there has been some kind of great lie that you've been telling yourself, if not then to other people. And it's going to be revealed to you or other people. So you really need to start prioritizing your own morals. I think this is really a question of morality and what you think you can tiptoe around, what you think you can run away from, what you think you can build certain foundations on. If those are all lies, it will crumble one day. And it looks like in July, it's getting a little bit closer to that. All right, Virgo. Good luck. I'll see you in August. Bye.